Growing up for me was challenging. I was raised in a foster home. When I was born, I was with my birth mother and my father. There were drugs involved. My dad removed me. We moved here, and that's where my stepmom and my brothers and sisters, and we were close for just them couple of years. And then I moved on to a foster home. I was 18 when I became a mother. I didn't have a car, my bed was on the floor. Went to food pantries just to feed myself so that I can breastfeed my child. There were a lot of sacrifices. When you don't have anybody to have your back and you gotta figure out how to, get my son to basketball tournament out of state. Well, let me go, borrow money. Let me go donate plasma. Those are things that I had to do for gas money. For me to even get in the door to watch my son.
She made sacrifices, so we didn't have to worry about nothing. She just kept everything going smooth.
I have 2 kids in college, one at OSU. He just signed to Butler for basketball. It's a lot of struggle. It's a lot of sacrifice. It's the hardest thing that you'll ever do in your life, but it can be done. 3 years ago, I lost my job. When I lost my job, I lost my house. Me and my son were sleeping on my best friend's floor. That's hard. That's hard for somebody that's always supported her family and took care of her kids. It's hard to ask for help. But after I lost that house, I got back on my feet, staying with her, and I got us in another home. Less than a year later, it flooded with sewer twice in one weekend. And my son got really sick. And of course, we lost everything. We put a few things in storage, and I was right back in the same place. I don't remember ever applying for Tulsa housing. This is one of them little miracles that I always say. They called me and they said, "Do you still need an apartment?" And I was like, "Yeah, I need that apartment." I finally had a place for me and my son. I don't care where it was. It was ours for that time. I'm a people person, so when I got into real estate, I know I'd be good at it. I told myself that I would never be without a home. And I knew if I could get in that business and I knew everything about it, I would never have to worry. I borrowed money from 3 different people to pay for the classes. I felt that I was ready, so I went and took my state test the first time, and I failed. I failed miserably. I told them, "I will see you next week." I borrowed the money again. I went back the next Monday, took the test again, and I failed. I did that for 5 times. And I told them each time, "I'm coming back." And that 5th time, I finally passed. I would say everybody at Tulsa Housing has really been inspirational to me. Every time I tell them about a new journey and either me passing a test, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I am so proud of you." Giving back to others is so important to me because I know what it feels like for someone to give me a bag of groceries when I needed it. I volunteer at his school, making lunches on Fridays so that we can give to other kids that aren't gonna eat that weekend.
On Fridays, we come up and we pack about 30 or so bags, fresh fruit, sandwiches, just something that they can have that'll get them through the weekend.
My kids are gonna accomplish all their goals. That's gonna make me feel that I've done everything that I could. I'm gonna be successful in my career. I know what it takes and what it's going to take to make it. I'm gonna know that hard work, and I know not to give up. When I leave my THA apartment, it's gonna feel like leaving home. They were there at my lowest point in life, embraced me with open arms. They always made sure, "You come and talk to us, let us know." And it's just gonna feel like leaving home.